This is a biographical presentation on Eli Whitney. Take a look at your shirt. It's probably made of cotton. But why? Well, it's affordable, breathable, and it comes from a plant. It does? This is a cotton plant. After the seeds are picked out, cotton can be spun into a fabric. So, where does Eli Whitney come in? How about historian Conrad Johnson and I tell you? In 1765, Eli Whitney grew up on a farm in Westborough, Massachusetts. After his time at Yale, he worked on a tobacco plantation in South Carolina.
The tobacco market wasn't doing so hot, so the owners of the plantation started growing the next big cash crop on the block: cotton.
However, there was one glaring problem with cotton.
Cotton seeds take hours upon hours of manual labor to be taken out of the plant so it can be shipped off and spun into clothing.
Eli saw an easy fix for this laborious process, and that being the cotton gin.
In school, they never really show you what a cotton gin looks like. You just think, okay, this is probably a big machine like a combine or a tractor, but really it's actually quite small. It's similar in size and structure to a sewing machine or a spinning wheel. This machine was incredibly efficient at separating the seeds from the cotton, much faster than a slave. So this meant slaves were not needed and more were freed during this time. Right?
Wrong. The invention actually had a complete inverse effect on the demand for slaves.
Now that they could remove the seeds 10 times as efficiently, the plantations would just grow 10 times as much cotton. In order to do this, they would need more land and more slaves to grow and pick the cotton. This sent the profitability of cotton through the roof, but more and more slaves were needed on growing plantations.
The patent of the cotton gin would begin the reign of King Cotton over the American South. However, Eli Whitney didn't stop at the invention of the cotton gin. Later in his life, he went into the arms business.
Being a man of efficiency, he also revolutionized the production of muskets with the idea of interchangeable parts.
Instead of building each musket from scratch, every part of the musket was produced individually. The muskets were then assembled.
This idea was in a similar vein to the assembly lines that Henry Ford used to make cars affordable to all in the early 1900s.
From the invention of the cotton gin and the huge effect it had on the economy to the efficiency of interchangeable parts, Eli Whitney had a profound effect on the American South that would shape the country in times to come. Thank you for watching my biographic presentation. Here are my sources.